Hey, what's up guys? My name is Tom Spark and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my first Q&A. I'm going to be going through some comments, answering these comments, even though I've might answer them, personally with each user, maybe helping people who might have these questions in the future. So stick around on this video to get some answers to some common questions I get on my channel. Hey guys, just a reminder to check out vpntierlist.com. It's a collection of all my ratings on the channel, and you're going to find lots of helpful information here on how to choose a VPN. Anyways, back to the video. So this guy right here, he's saying, no idea how it's possible, but my school has blocked TorGuard VPN with a firewall. The first day doing school, using the VPN, I could bypass the firewall with it and geoblocks sites and stuff, but now they've managed to block it. Any idea how to fix this? I'm going to show you right now some tricks you can do. One of the best things about TorGuard VPN's application is that it does have a variety of different methods to unblock access to VPN. It's kind of like it's like specialty, maybe per se. So basically what you can do is go to OpenVPN, and then you're going to want to play around with these ports. Depending on the port you pick, you probably will be able to unblock, VPN blockage. So I would recommend trying out this stealth port. This will probably get you around any firewall restrictions at your school or corporate office or anything like that. But if that doesn't work, you can also play around with some of these other options. You can also configure OpenVPN and pick the TCP protocol as well as stealth and try the tunnel enabled feature. It's only going to work with TCP protocol enabled. That's what's going to enable that. That can also perhaps help you get around some restrictions. And remember, just pick a server close by your location to get the optimal speeds. Not only that, if you really want to get crazy, you can even try the stealth proxy feature, which is like a double layer of, anonymization. So that can also be pretty cool to test out as well. You do have a lot of options here to test out if you're having blocked access to VPN. Another question I get a lot is TorGuard located within the 14 eyes? Now, TorGuard is located within the 14 eyes, but guys, I've made a lot of videos about this where I go into excruciating detail about why it doesn't matter. The top rated VPNs, most of them anyway, are based within the 14 eyes, so it's not something you usually should worry about. The whole concept behind this is that you shouldn't use a VPN within these countries because spy agencies have access to your data, but spy agencies can't get access to your data without following the court process in the United States of America. There's no mandatory data retention laws, which people don't really talk about. Not only that, but if you're using a Swiss-based VPN and you're in Switzerland, you can easily give up your information to Proton VPN or Proton Mail, and that's happened in the past. So there is a lot of nuance to this kind of concept of surveillance. And I encourage you to check out one of those videos to get kind of like my full opinion on it. Because honestly, at the end of the day, what is my opinion? Well, 14 eyes and 5 eyes is not really important when choosing a VPN. There are a lot more other things to consider. This guy has a question about the streaming bundle. Basically, his question is, which option should I pick from TorGuard VPN? It says they have dedicated streaming IPs as add-ons, but then there's also the streaming bundle. So basically the way with TorGuard it works is they kind of had like this legacy system that was probably, one of the best options back in the day. What you would do is buy TorGuard's package for around $5. You'd get a streaming IP, for $8 and then 50% off with coupon codes. It would round out to about $9 a month or around $108 a year. But TorGuard, smartly enough, saw some competition in the streaming space and decided to make what is called the streaming bundle. You can use coupon codes with the streaming bundle. It's only $60 a year, and you get 2 IPs instead of 1. Not only that, it's a huge price decrease from around $108 a year to around $60 a year, or you could get it for around $11 a month. That's the basic idea for the streaming for TorGuard. This guy says, is IPVanish good because I heard they keep logs recently? Well, IPVanish did give logs away to, I think, Homeland Security for some kind of cyber stalker. A lot of people think, oh, it's not good to use because of that. Well, a couple different other VPNs like PureVPN also give up logs. Overall, IPVanish is owned by J2 Global, the same companies like IGN, PCMag, Speedtest.net. If you trust those companies, you probably could trust IPVanish. Is it a worse VPN? By no such imagination, it's not. It's got pretty good speeds. It might not work very good with streaming. The support is usually pretty good, although they didn't have live chat, and the application is quite solid as well. It's not the worst VPN. It's not the best VPN. In terms of its reputation, I think there are worse VPNs, despite the whole logging thing anyway. Just because IPVanish is kind of, they willingly admitted they gave up logs. I guess perhaps they kind of got caught as well. But there are some VPN companies out there still doing shady things that haven't really readily admitted they've done anything wrong. So I do kind of give IPVanish some props for just kind of like brazenly admitted it. Not only that, it's also owned by a different company now than it was before, so you could argue that they might not give up logs now when they did in the past. That was kind of their stance on it anyway when they talked about the issue. This guy says, since you know TorGuard so well, what would TorGuard do to encounter this leak if it happens? Some people will lose faith to VPN due to so much drama in VPN space. He's talking about the NordVPN passwords leaked video, and actually TorGuard actually made a blog post about this. I saw his comment, and I was kind of looking at their blog and Twitter, and look, they actually made a blog post. Let's show you. I think this blog post is actually a direct response to the whole NordVPN debacle. And TorGuard's saying that they actively constantly monitor the internet and dark webs for sign of compromised accounts. The above mentioned methods work well in preventing password abuse, but nothing takes the place of old-fashioned information gathering. If our team member comes across any unauthorized reseller promoting free TorGuard VPN logins that were previously compromised, we immediately reset all passwords on these user accounts. So that is really good. Something that NordVPN for some reason doesn't really bother with, doesn't spend the money to do. Honestly, quite shady, but just goes to show you that other companies might not have the same problems, or definitely not have the same problems as NordVPN does. This guy says, the only reason I use NordVPN is because I could crack them so easily. This guy says, how can NordVPN even be that cheap? Because they need to pay all the costs of the servers, and then they have the support that want to be paid, and all the ads cost. With the $100 for 3 years, they can't pay all that. I think they sell your personal data. This is a pretty good point. Having VPNs that have such generous 3-year commitments or even lifetime deals, I always give them a decent amount of skepticism, because like this guy's saying, VPNs are very expensive to run, and if something sounds too good to be true, oftentimes it is. And a Nord 3-year deal, you know, it's maybe not that amazing in terms of pricing. You could get kind of similar pricing models if you kind of use discount codes and stuff with TorGuard, or get something like AirVPN. But again, it is kind of suspicious how much NordVPN markets this 3-year commitment, whereas the other VPNs that offer these plans don't heavily push it as much. You know, the VPNs that do push these 3-year plans honestly don't really have good reputations in my tier rankings, so this guy could be onto something. This guy's saying, I canceled my subscription to VPN Proxy Master. I noticed they were charging me $3 a month. I don't know how to contact them. There's no contact number. So a lot of times with these companies on iOS and Android, these VPN companies, there's barely any like landing page for their website. There's no contact information for customer support to get a refund. Basically, all you're able to do is interact with the App Store and cancel your subscription that way. I really doubt you're going to be able to get a refund here, Rogue Stani. So you just got to watch out, watch these reviews, make sure not really using these sketchy free-based, you know, VPN apps on app stores, because that's what's going to happen. Yikes. NordVPN sucks, YouTubers suck, and advertising for Nord without references means you really do suck. So this guy kind of has a point. I don't think people really should advertise for VPN unless they actually know, you know, a decent amount about it. Louis Rossman kind of covered this. He says he will show products that he has used, he has tested, but for products he doesn't know much about, like, you know, VPNs and stuff like that, he's not willing to show them because it's kind of compromising his integrity. I really agree with that, and I think Butumar Seabird has a good point. This guy says, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's kind of long. He said, I signed up for TorGuard through your affiliate link, and at first I wasn't feeling it, and I almost aborted. He says the speeds weren't good, and if he lowered security settings, it wasn't that good either. But what he did is he troubleshooted and talked with TorGuard VPN with their support team, and he actually managed to get even better speeds than ExpressVPN. He thought I was just some kind of shill, but now he sees that I'm actually telling the truth, showing it as it is, loving it. Thanks, man. Great comment here from Aware24, and thanks for watching the videos. This guy made a pretty good point here. He said, why did you rank ViperVPN down to tier 2? So I previously had ViperVPN, even though I didn't really realize that right here. I kind of forgot that it was tier 2. It was, no, tier 1. It was like 4.16, I think it was. But recently I kind of looked at their pricing and docked them a little bit for pricing, because I think, you know, they kind of have a lot of weird kind of sales going on throughout the year, which is kind of annoying to me. I like more of a consistent pricing model. Not only that, but to get like the full-fledged Viper VPN with premium, it is a bit pricey. So I kind of missed that going on in the review the first time, or just kind of didn't really think about it too much as I should have. So I kind of adjusted that. And that's kind of common with the tier list. I will kind of adjust things. The more kind of I'm like looking at VPNs, kind of considering, you know, exactly how the scores will work. That's why the tier list is such a valuable resource, because it's constantly evolving. You know, pretty much every day I'm like thinking about the ratings and, you know, the VPNs and stuff like that. So that's why the VPN tier list is always the best resource to go to if you want the up-to-date kind of information about how their VPNs are fluctuating between the tiers. It says, I just switched to TorGuard after using ExpressVPN for 6 months, and I'm really impressed. I really appreciate everything you do to help choose the right VPN. Thank you, Future. This guy says, can you do a review on Strong VPN? Maybe I will. It's the same company as IPVanish, owned by J2 Global as well. So you're probably going to get a pretty similar experience, but I could review it in the future just to kind of have it on the list. Can you review Brax.me VPN? So Brax.me is kind of a small VPN run by a YouTuber called Rob Braxman. He's a pretty cool guy. He knows a decent amount about VPN and internet security and privacy. He's really into kind of like Linux and Tor-based kind of VPN routing and stuff like that. He's a pretty cool guy. His VPN service is probably going to be pretty small. Not exactly what a lot of people are looking for, I think, on the channel. If they want like streaming compatibility, you know, live chat, kind of some of the stuff you'll get from a bigger VPN provider. But if you're looking for kind of a smaller base, kind of security kind of based VPN, it could be worth looking out at Brax.me. I don't know if I really want to put him through the paces of the tier list and the critical kind of review process, because, you know, like I said, it's kind of like a different product maybe than some of the VPNs that I review on the channel that are more consumer-based, kind of huge company-based VPNs. But maybe in the future, if any more people really want to see a review of this guy's kind of products, I might run him through the paces. This guy says, these VPN reviews have been really helpful. I've just dumped BTGuard for TorGuard and feel pretty good about it. BTGuard went down for a week recently without contacting users about the outage. I thought they'd simply shut down and gone out of business. They finally restored service and offered account credits after the fact, but were silent while the service was down. TorGuard is better and costs less. BTGuard is a pretty old VPN provider. It's kind of like one of those like legacy VPN providers like way back in the day, like before VPNs were really that much of a consumer kind of product. So it's not that good of a VPN. It's good to see this guy's moved on to TorGuard, which is definitely more reliable in my opinion. Anyways, guys, I've answered a decent amount of questions here. My voice is starting to get tired, as you could probably tell. So let me know down in the comments down below if you have any questions you'd like to answer in future videos, and I'll see you again very soon.